everybody, welcome to Review a Day, episode number 60 for Saturday, October the 11th, 2008. Hello everybody, welcome to Review a Day, the daily video blog where I review a movie 7 days a week. My name is Leland Brungart and thank you very much for joining me. And the film I'm going to be reviewing today is Nick and Norah's Infinite Playlist, which is directed by Peter Sollett. This film stars Michael Cera and Kat Dennings, among a number of other young people. Cameos from Jay Baruchel, John Cho, and yeah. This movie is about Nick, who is a bass player in a band. His girlfriend dumps him, he's very depressed. He and his friends decide that they're going to go out, they're going to play a show, and they're going to go look to find this performance of a band called Where's Fluffy? Where's Fluffy? They never tell you where the performances are going to be. They leave clues, places, and you have to figure out where they are. Nora is this girl who goes to another school and actually goes to school with Nick's ex-girlfriend, Tris. She's gotten a hold of a number of the mixed CDs that Nick has made for Nora. She really likes them. She goes to the show that Nick is playing at, and Tris is there and she's being a bitch, and Nora pretends that Nick is her new boyfriend, not knowing that it's Tris's ex. They kind of go off on this adventure together trying to find Nora's drunk friend who disappears in the beginning, and they're also going to go find Where's Fluffy together. They set out on this adventure. Nick and Nora, this movie has a really fun spirit that I think is hard not to get caught up in. This movie's in the tradition of films like Empire Records, Garden State, 200 Cigarettes, Can't Hardly Wait, a little bit of Before Sunrise toward the end. I felt it has a great soundtrack. It's a fun little story about kids running around New York City. I honestly believe that if I was probably 15 or 16, this would be one of my new favorite movies. I'm not saying that like, oh, I'm too cool for this, I'm too old, because I'm saying that in the most affectionate way possible. But I think if you're, I don't know, maybe 20 or older, you've already had a lot of films like this come into your life. Garden State, Empire Records, Can't Hardly Wait. I have a number of films like this that I really like already. And so it's hard to watch this film without feeling like I've already been there. A lot of people are really going to connect with this film, and I think the soundtrack is going to become, you know, like the Garden State soundtrack was. It's great. The performances for the most part are all very good. I'm often quite critical of Michael Cera because he's always playing the same role over and over again, and he's playing the same role again in this film, but he's funny and likable, and so I didn't mind it so much. I'm not a huge Kat Dennings fan who plays Norah in the movie, but if anything, I've seen her and I think that this is her best performance. I also like that it's Michael Cera and Kat Dennings and not Michael Cera in like a freaking model or something like that. I didn't want to have that same problem I had with Wrist Cutters where it's unrealistic for them. I thought they made a good couple. It made sense. I think they both did a very nice job. I thought it was very funny to see Jay Baruchel in this movie playing Nora as a douchebag ex-boyfriend. He's usually playing like an awkward skinny kid, and in this movie he's playing like a skinny douchebag, and he's very funny. He has an annoying laugh. He's in a band called Azrael, and it's about like Satan and Judaism or something like that. Very funny. I complained last week that Kirsten Dunst gave probably the worst fake drunk performance in How to Lose Friends and Alienate People. This week in Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, I've seen one of the greatest fake drunk performances, and it's Ari Grainer, the girl who plays Caroline in the movie, does the greatest fake drunk I've ever seen. It is so real. She seems really drunk. So if for no other reason, I recommend watching this movie just to see her play drunk, because she does a fantastic job. Watching this film, it was hard for me not to feel been there, done that I've seen this movie. It's really easy to figure out where the movie's going to go within the first 10 minutes. You know, like I could tell like the beats, I knew what was going to happen toward the end. Also, some of the dialogue is a little bit painful. I winced a couple times. I think they were really going for kind of a Juno vibe, and I didn't really like some of the dialogue in Juno, but I felt like it had a really strong emotional core that took over once that kind of got out of the way. And this movie I don't think is as strong emotionally. I don't think this film is as genuine as Juno. I also think the culmination of Nick and Nora's relationship, which happens in like a recording studio, is honestly kind of awkward, and I felt they could have just cut it out and then cut out one line of dialogue that was earlier in the film, and it would have been just as effective, a little bit more subtle. I also watch films like this a lot where it's about kids running wild, and I go, where the hell are these kids' parents? Because the parents are never once mentioned, showed. Norah mentions her father a couple times, but he's never seen. I don't know. I give this movie a 3 out of 5. I think it's a fun film. I liked it. Ari Grainer, I think she should be drunk in every single performance from now on. If you guys are liking my reviews, make sure and subscribe. If you have any recommendations on any films you'd like to see me review, leave them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.